Hello everybody, my name is Geko, and this is territorial.io. We are going to continue on today with the series that I had worked on for quite a while, and then unfortunately when my PC died, I also lost my whole old account. So I am starting off from 0 points on the 1v1 challenge to reach the top 10 players in territorial.io. It's going to be an even bigger climb than it was before. There's so much more competition. The points are so much higher than they were before. Green Biscuit is on the field, so whew, boy, that's Green Biscuit is a wonderful and powerful and skillful player. If I ever get to defeat him and make it to top 1, boy, would that be a dream come true. But we are going to go ahead and jump right on into it and just start playing. The game has been updated since I was last working on this challenge, and I am so happy for this update. This update makes it so that we can do 1v1 games on maps that are not just Europe. I'm just so excited for that. I was getting a little bit bored of just doing the 1v1s on Europe all the time, and now we get to go ahead and test out the skill on different maps. Some of the maps may be a little bit more clustered and have more or less space, should I say, to work with. Other ones, oh, look at that. We have a 1v1 in the white arena, my favorite map of them all. White and black arena, just in a wide plane of existence, no water. So we are definitely jumping right into that right now, and we're going to see how this goes. And we're off in the white arena, going up against L plus ratio. We both have 0 points. Now, he doesn't know that I have been getting information from some of the top best players in the game. I'm going to go ahead and choose this area right here. I see a good amount of open space to work with. I'm going to do 25% to start off, and then I'm going to jump up to about 45% or so. As in, always, if you don't know, if you're new with me here, we have at the very top of this screen here, the green bar, which is our balance bar, our overall points. And basically, on either side of it, we have 2 white bars that are ticking up, and at the 10th tick, you get paid out your income bonus, which is paid off by the overall amount of points that you have. I'm going to go ahead and drop my points down a little bit here and just kind of expand slowly. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but I want to make sure I get you the right information, and I'm also going to be a little bit rusty here. That last expansion was probably not good. Where we're at right now, we're doing pretty good. He's attacked a little bit early. I'm waiting for 55 seconds in the game before I start attacking because I want to have a good build-up on my points, and then I definitely want to attack the bots around me, go for ones that are weaker if at all possible, but really we're trying to get the most space that we can, the biggest bang for our buck. Now right now L plus ratio has more land than we do, but we have more points than they do, and that's because we are expanding a little bit more intelligently. That doesn't necessarily mean that we will win. We definitely have to work our way around the gentleman here. But at this rate right here, I'm going to say that we're looking in a pretty bad situation, honestly. He has more land, more points than us. I think that my expansion was wrong. I don't think I was doing what I was used to be doing. I'm probably going to have to go back and watch one of my own videos to refresh myself on what I was doing, because it has been a couple months since I last played. We're going to go ahead and keep working on these bots here. We want to make sure that he can't trap us off, because that's absolutely what he's trying to do right now. We're starting to get more land, just barely. And I need to make sure that he can't cut me off. I'm going to reinforce my attack here because I need to get around him. And he knows it, he knows it, he knows it well. So right now, my best opportunity is to get as much land as I can, build up my points, and hopefully be able to push into him before he gets too big. He's already too big. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a handshake here. It was not the greatest start. Definitely a loss there, and I feel really bad about that because this is my favorite map. I should have done what he did, and he started off right in the middle. And I kind of chose a spot just because I saw open space to work with, and I was outside of the center. And he did a very good job of cutting me off. Look how straight this line is here. We were definitely battling it off because I knew it was coming. He knew it was coming. Definitely a great job to L plus ratio here, and I really like the start off that he had here. For somebody with 0 points as well, he definitely has played before and knows what he's doing, so I'm a bit surprised to see maybe he's in a similar situation that I'm in right now and just starting over with a new account. Who knows? It's hard to say. But that was definitely a good run there. I'm going to go ahead and give him one more handshake, but I'm not going to wait around for him to wipe us out. I'm just going to go ahead and surrender. And look at that, L plus ratio gets his first 4 points. Congratulations to you. It was definitely a good battle. Let's go ahead and jump on in and do another one. Hey, look at that. Lucky us. There's one right coming up right now. It is on Europe, but that's okay. I see a lot more maps other than Europe coming up in the future. Now, on the European map, if you've seen any of the old videos, I definitely want to try to go in this area right here because we're as center as we can be. It does look to me like right here is probably a better place to go. I think that worked out pretty well because our opponent went quite far away from us. And so, as I was trying to say earlier, you got your attack or your balance bar at the very top. And there's white bars on either side. They tick upwards 10 times, and then on the 10th tick you get paid out your income bonus. So you want to try to make sure that you're expanding at about the halfway point on the tick bar there, so that when you get to your 10th tick you have finished expanding, and you will be getting the most out of your income bonus that you can. Now that we're getting closed off more, I've dropped down my attack significantly, and I'm just kind of reinforcing my attack to get out as far as I can. But it's important, I want to make sure that like right now I have about 1,000 points left on my attack right there, and that was kind of wasted points this early on in the beginning. So you want to negate that as best you can. I'm waiting for 55 seconds into the game before I start expanding into bots. Going after some of the weaker ones if I can. And as we move into a minute in the game, I definitely want to be expanding a little bit more. That last one there I probably shouldn't have done. That's kind of big and strong for me to be attacking right now. I have the points to be able to deal with it, but I definitely want to be careful. Now that we're pushing into a minute and 20 seconds, I'm definitely attacking a lot more. I definitely want to strain myself out. Now my opponent is doing pretty good on points. They have about 3 times as many points as I do, but I have about 3 times as much land as they do. So I'm thinking I'm doing pretty good with this. Another thing to keep in mind that I haven't said yet is on your borders. When you are going to attack a bot, the more surface area that you have on the border, the faster you can take them over, and the more efficient it is to take out the bot. So Albania here, I've got a whole lot more than if it was just a straight line. This bot here, I'm pretty well wrapped around. I'm going to go ahead and take out some of these smaller bots in the back here, and then I'm going to continue to work out... Oh, look at this. Large, quite weak. Now, of course, he was attacking when he was weak. It is worth noting that you definitely, or the bots are spending about 80-90% of their points each time that they attack. So I'm going to send a ship out there. I'm going to send a ship over here. We are trying our best to wrap around the Republic of France and block him off. We don't want him getting any more land. He is starting to push into me pretty heavily, but I have the land to be able to sustain that. So I'm going to go ahead and just let him continue to push on into me and waste his points while I take up some weaker bots around. Push on down this way. Whenever he attacks me, it takes him twice as many points as I lose from defending his attack. So him sending his points into me right now is not the wisest decision. He may already realize that there's not really a whole lot that he can do. And he throws up a handshake. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a handshake too. And give him a good old attack here, as we are now at the point where we're pushing twice as much as he has. So I'm going to go throw in some pretty heavy attacks. Even if he were to turn it around, I have so much land mass to work with. So now, yep, okay. So he realized it was over and he forfeited. And I'll go ahead and give out one more handshake. I guess I don't have to because he already left the game. But that gets us our first 4 points. We're on the board again. So that was a good win there. Let's go ahead and jump on out and do one more. See if we can get some more points for us. When I was playing before, I think I was floating around... I want to say I was pushing above 200 points, but I can't remember for sure. I guess I'll have to go back and watch my most recent video. that I did for this 1v1 challenge. If you are still watching and you are enjoying this, be sure to like the video. The more likes I see on a video, the more I know that's the kind of content I should be making, and subscribe so you don't miss any of these 1v1 games coming out. And we do have a 1v1 India coming up, so this will be my first time doing a 1v1 on this map. And I have played on India a few times, and it gets quite cluttered with bots, so it could be a little bit interesting. We'll see how it plays out. All right, so we're going up against a CG player, GOOOOO Empire, and I'm liking right here in the center. That's looking pretty good. I'm feeling like he might think the same thing, though. He's waiting until the last moment to choose, and I'm dropping down right there. I don't know if he got a chance to choose a location. I didn't see one get put down. He does have more points than I do. He's got 8 points. I've got 4. So he could overcome me. And he left immediately. Probably. Will it show me where he's at? No, it won't. He totally left the game. I'll bet you that he didn't choose a location, and so he got a very poor start, and that's why he left. Oh, right over here. He's way up here in the corner. Yeah, that's a big no-no spot. That's not going to work. You know, he definitely could have put on a fight, but he would have been at a severe disadvantage. So hopefully he learns his lesson, and next time he will select his location better. But I definitely think that where I chose was a good one. Just to talk about it real fast for anybody new or trying to do better at the game, instead of going like right here or right here where I could expand into the open area, I chose in between these two bots so that I can expand into this area and this area. If I only chose one of the areas, it surely would have been closed off by the bots before I could get there. But by choosing here, I get the best of this area and the best of this area. And because I get squished out, you know, I'll kind of spread out into different areas a little bit. So that's a really good way to start off. I think that what I chose is probably about the best location. It just so happens to be some of the biggest void space of unclaimed territory, and it's smack dab in the middle. If you could get a little bit more north, probably be a little bit better since it's wider up here, but you're still pretty well centered in the map. So I think this is probably a pretty good spot. Let's go ahead, jump on out, see if we can get a fair victory here. All right, we're going up against Raj, who has 8.1 points. Ooh, he's going way up there. We're definitely... I'll come closer to him, and I think we got our spot. I sure hope we did, because I kind of did that a little bit late. Okay. So that wasn't really honestly the best spot, but I was afraid to go more north because I was afraid that he would last minute move away. A little pro tip, if you are new and you're playing on PC, just so you know, you can use the WASD on the keyboard to adjust your points. Kind of like that. You can do bigger jumps with the W and S or smaller jumps with the A and D. My points are way too high for this last expansion right now. I am not doing very good on my expansion rate. Raj is currently in first place right now, but I'm okay with that. We're going to go ahead and kind of save up our points, and we are waiting for 55 seconds unless we see somebody particularly weak. Might just kind of get a little bit here, a little bit there. And we're moving into the 55-second mark, so I am definitely pushing hard now. Not too hard. I probably should hold back just a little bit, but I definitely want to make sure that I am catching up. And I did catch up to him, so that's a good start there. Because of his location, I'm definitely going to want to make an effort to block him off as soon as possible. I do not want him getting around me, and unfortunately for him, he has made that as easy as can be for me. All I have to do right now is get around here, and he's not even at that coastline there yet. I'm even going to just kind of jump the gun there and send a ship out that way. And he's going to find out real quick that he's got nowhere to go. I'm going to go ahead and even... No, I don't want to give him a handshake right off the bat. I don't want to be rude. I would give him a handshake right now because I can see that the game is over, but I don't want to be rude to him if he doesn't see it's over. But we definitely have what we need to work with. Even if he sends a ship on over there, I'll even go ahead and take up this bot right here. Ooh, look at that squeeze we got there. Look at that. We increased our speed at the last moment there. He has nowhere to go right now. I'm going to wait until I have at least double the points, though, before I start pushing in on him. And we're getting there. Let's see about when we get to 1,000,000 points. I think that'd be a fair place to shoot for. I'm going to say we're pretty good right now. I'm going to give him a good push here. And I'm just going to wait. There's no point in even going after any more bots. He doesn't have enough land to be able to sustain himself right now. He's trying to send a ship way on over here, but that's just not going to work. I have dwindled down my points quite a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, move on to the bots again. Take up a little bit more here while I kind of regain some of my points. And now we're at 3 times as many points as he has. I'll go ahead and start pushing in hard again. I'm going to go ahead and give him a handshake before he leaves the game. Always respect your opponent, win or lose. And that's going to be another victory for us, bringing us up to 12.2 points. I'll say that in this situation here, he definitely did not choose a good location. That's the only reason I went up as high at northeast as I did. But it was honestly a little bit of a risk. I have played in games where people have done that to kind of lure you away from the center. But of course, this guy is quite low on the points. So I would say he probably wasn't trying to do that. In fact, I know he wasn't trying to do that because he didn't do it. But not the best location there. You don't want to be starting off in the edge there because you're not going to have enough ability to expand. Even if I didn't grow significantly faster than he did, definitely... if we were growing at the same amount, his only opportunity to avoid me cutting him off and getting across the entire world would be to slip off on the east side or on the north side of the map here, and that could be kind of challenging to do. So not the best choice on his end, and definitely a good portion as to why we got a victory there. And I'm gonna call that the end of this video here. It's got a good portion of time in it, probably gonna turn out to be like a 16-minute video. I don't want my videos to be too long for you guys, but I definitely want to give you something worth watching. So there was a good couple of games there, and I'm glad that we are finally getting back into the funk of doing territorial.io 1v1 games, as well as working on the country challenges. Be sure to check out my country challenges playlist. I'll put a card up in the top right corner. And other than that, I definitely want you guys to have a great rest of your day. I thank you so much for being here. Be sure to take a look at our Discord. There's a link in the description below if you're looking for more people to play Territorial or other games with. But until the next video, I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and toodaloo.